everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. And what do I have for you today? Well, it's not a subscription box. It is a DIY kit. Alright, so this is $13.88 on Walmart. You know, I've done a lot of bath bomb videos, and somebody mentioned that I needed to try to do my own bath bombs. Well, I thought I would try out this kit because I have never made bath bombs before, and I thought perhaps that a kit like this would be a good place to start. What is it? It is Creative You Do-It-Yourself All-in-One Bath Bombs, and this kit is called Balance. It says create premium scented bath bombs, and it's supposed to contain 1 bath bomb mix, 1 baking soda package, 3 essential oils, 1 coconut oil, 3 mica powders, and some 3 dried flowers. It looks like 3 packages of dried flowers. So anyways, let's try to get this open and see what it already it's bothering my allergies. So anyways, Creative You Do-It-Yourself Beauty Collection for every maker. Balance is the kit, and it's Harmonize Body and Soul. So that's that side. And that was the front. So that hopefully you can see it better. I think my lighting's kind of weird. I lost one of my lights, and I need to get it back. Alright, so here is what we're looking like on the inside. Let me get the plastic off so we have less reflection. Seems like this may have been opened before. I hope there's nothing missing, because it was the only kit that they had. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, it says to start with a bowl at least 8 ounces in size. I'm pretty sure that this is big enough. And then we need to put 1.5 tablespoons of baking soda in first. So we have...
Does that say 1.5 or 11 halves?
It says 1.5. It looks like it says 11 halves. It
it's
says 1.5.
2.
So we're gonna do our baking soda. Whoop. This is not exactly the most convenient measuring tool here.
But it is an exact measurement.
There's 1.
I'd say that's about 1/2.
And 1/2. 2, 3 tablespoons of the bath bomb mixture. Ooh, don't spill the water. And then we have to mix, I have to mix that with my hand to break up any clumps and to make sure that it's all really well blended together before we do the next step. Alright, so here is, I'm going to do 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. Alright, ziplock this really well. Alright, so I got to mix this together really well and break up any clumps, you know, really smooth so that you can mix the other stuff in. Hold this between your hands to get that to like kind of warm up, because it's a real hard solid at the moment. Hopefully I've got it broken up and mixed up enough. Add 1/2 bag of the mica color. I'm going to do yellow because I'm going to make this vanilla. So about 1/2 of it. Trying, guys, to get 1/2 and I think it's not quite.
Still pretty solid.
Alright, that's enough yellow. Alright. Set that over there and try to keep her from spilling. Mix the mica powder in. Make a nice, very pale yellow or vanilla. Well, my real favorite would be lilac, but they didn't give us lilac. All right, we can add some of the flower buds. Again, I'm not real keen on that, but we'll just add just a tiny bit just so you can see what it looks like. No, I'm going to do the lavender because I think that would look good with the yellow. I was going to use that, but
Lavender and vanilla go really good together anyway.
yeah, let's see. I don't want to put a whole lot. I don't like it floating around in my bathtub, but we'll put a little bit. That should be plenty. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more. So you can actually see it.
You're going to have to do about half the package.
No, I don't want to do half
That
the
is
package.
the estimated for
I know,
probably
but
just about everything here.
yeah.
So I think they're saying this kit will make about a total of 6 bath bombs.
I'm not sure, but anyways, here you can see it in there. All right.
Looks like little pepper flakes.
All right. I smell like baking soda. All right. You can also add flower buds, add oil to the mixture. Scoop out 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil. See, this is where you're going to run out.
Rather quick.
Yeah, you're going to run out kind of quick of the coconut oil. All right, so I'd say that's pretty good. And then I've got to really like rub this between my fingers to incorporate this oil, it says, and like to melt it, and it's stuck to me. All right. All right. Ew, I hate having stuff on my hands. You guys know I'm not a fan.
That's because coconut oil melts at body temperature.
Yeah. I'm going to have more of the bath bomb on me than I have in the actual, like, mold, I'm sure, by the time I'm finished. And we got to just keep doing this until it is completely blended. And then we got to add 15 to 20 drops of the essential oil. Find the vanilla one.
How many?
15 to 20.
So essentially the whole bottle
Yeah.
of essential oil.
I've got like
I was going to say 15
1,
of the vanilla and then
2,
5 of the orange.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Don't ask, I just put an extra one just in case I counted wrong when they came out really fast. And blend together, use your hands. Or a spoon, but you know, now that your hands are all messy, you might as well just use your hands.
Because I didn't tell you could use a spoon before.
Smells good. No, everything else you had to use your hands, so why dirty up a spoon when you're already all dirty? Alright. And eliminate any clumps, and then slowly sprinkle in the water. So I'm sprinkling in the water by hand. I'm not, you know.
How much?
Because
water?
if you put too much, it'll foam up, and then it'll be, if you put too much in, it will foam up. So, and then you essentially use it before you even make the bomb. You know.
Does it give you a consistency to go
Yeah,
by?
wet sand. Wet sand. The bits that start to foam, you have to quickly mix in the dry with to get it to quit. You know, as soon as that water hits, it starts to foam up. And you gotta get that action to stop by, no, I don't want, because if it goes too much, then it'll ruin it and we'll have to start over. You only have so many chances with the kit because it's not like you can just go to your kitchen to get more ingredients because we don't know what's in the bath bomb part. I don't think it's quite there yet. Let's see. It doesn't really look like wet sand yet, I don't think. Well, maybe it's getting there. Maybe it's getting there. I'm afraid they'd put too much water in it.
I would say a little bit more.
Maybe a couple
Wet
more.
sand falls apart easier.
Couple more. Well, then it has too much water in it. I don't know, guys. I think it's. I mean, it's kind of starting to hold together. I think just a few more drops, and I think we better stop there. I don't want it to be too dry. I want it to hold together, but I also don't want it to be so wet that it never... I've not done this before. I think we're probably there. All right, so the tip that they give is to line the mold with the plastic wrap so that you can demold this easier. It looks, you guys, I think this looks like kind of like powdered scrambled eggs. Maybe I put too much water in it. Trying to make sure I get every bit of the stuff incorporated. I hope I didn't go too far with water. I probably should have stopped when I thought I, was there, but I added more just in case. Now, alright, my hand on my pants, because I didn't bring in a towel. Alright. I need to put the lid on the coconut oil for me. And my hand to be a little drier, because I don't want to. Alright. So, I've got to tightly pack it in to the sides of the mold, but mound it up a little bit in the center. I think it's too wet. I think I got too much in it. It's probably not going to do much in the water. I think I got too much water in it. It should have been a lot drier than this. This is more like I said, like scrambled eggs than it is wet sand. Well, we'll know for the next one not to add that much water. And to be honest, I don't think my molds are full enough either. So I'm thinking it may require a little more than what it called for. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna hold together. We'll see. Ooh, don't like to break the mold. I'm trying to like really push it together. It's supposed to, it says 1 to 5 minutes, but then it says to leave it for an hour. So let me see, there's a little bit, hang on. I think I can get this little bit that's on my table in here too. Because it's not quite full enough. And the little bits that are on me and on the table. And
now mind you, the way I did that, we can also pull them together.
Alright. So we're gonna, I don't know if it was supposed to click together. I think it might have been supposed to click together. But if you, no, because you can't feel things and you'll break it.
I can feel pressure.
You will hulk it together and it will be broken. It's like swelling. Well, I don't think this one's right, but I'm going to go ahead and...
I wouldn't take it out yet.
I'm trying to get it to go together, and I'm losing all my stuff out of it. I would like to have a bit harder, this is more like...
Hold on. Nope. Push that in. Pull the other side out. Pull the other side out.
Hang on, I'm trying to just put this in and push it back together. It's way too wet, guys. This one's way too wet. I don't
think it is.
Oh, it is. It's way too wet. I've watched them make it online lots of times. And I'm telling you, it's way too wet. Well, we know less is more. See, it was supposed to be like this, not like scrambled eggs. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this one out, and we're going to try it again with because that's never, never, never. That's gonna, it's soft and mushy. It's like Play-Doh.
Yeah, it's going to be until it dries out.
No, no, no. It's not supposed to. I promise you, it's not supposed to. I would leave that to just dry. Just leave it open and let it try to dry. Not, you know, it's never going to dry inside of plastic. That one's just way too wet. All right, we're going to try it again, guys. This is real TV. Smells good, though. All right, let's start with a clean bowl. And 1.5 scoops of the baking soda. Wipe this out on my tablecloth. It needs washed anyways. I hate for you guys to see my dirty tablecloth. Trying to keep from contaminating the baking soda too much. 1. And a half. And then we need 3. Which scent do you want to do this time? Pick between these two. What do you think?
Let's go orange.
Orange? Then we'll use the orange mica powder too.
No, let's have fun and make it pink.
No.
That's why they give you the colors.
I know, but I just want to know, I want to remember which one's which when I add a little less. Alright.
You'll know the one that looks like a scoop of chocolate chip ice cream.
It's Play-Doh with bits in it of grass or something. That's what it looks like.
No, it looks like a scoop of chocolate chip ice cream.
Something. Chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream or something. We made a mess. That's what we did. I could edit that all out and start and say, look, we did it right the first time, but I'm not going to do that because that's not real TV. That's fake TV. All right. Let's break up all the little bits. And next was the mica powder. Trying to lose all my mica powders. It's probably a little more than half that time. Less than half the first time. Very light orange. You probably can't tell with the light reflecting off of it. You should be able to tell after we add the water and stuff. And try not to overdo it this time. Add a little bit of
We
this.
haven't even added the oil yet.
Nope. Add some of these flowers things. And then I gotta, there, that's enough. Man, that's gonna make a mess in the bath. Alright. It always kind of wigs me out. It's like dirty bath water when it's got the chunks of stuff in it. I rather, if I'm going to have things like that, I rather use like a organza bag and you put whatever down in there so it all those bits and pieces stay in the organza bag and not in your bathtub.
There's nothing saying you couldn't take one of these larger organza bags though and place the bath bomb in it before
Yeah,
submerging
but
it
then
in the
you
water.
can't see the effects in the water as well. I'm hoping this will fizz up well, so let's see. Now we need the...
Essential, well, coconut, yeah.
What was, let me see, it was coconut oil and then the essential oil.
Now, if you're allergic to coconut, I'd recommend shea butter.
Yeah, you probably can't even touch this. Alright, put the lid on that, please, so we don't contaminate it with anything. Let's try this again, and try not to ruin the orange one. The vanilla one is ruined. I'm sad.
As far as you know, it's drying out pretty well already, actually.
Nope, I messed it up. I overdid the water by a lot. By like 3 times the amount I should have had probably. Alright, we're going to do the 15 or so drops of the orange.
20.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 is enough because we want to be able to, like you said, maybe make a vanilla orange or something. Alright, let's mix that in. I'm going to smell real good after all this. All this essential oils all over my hands. Oh, that one does smell good. Smell. You can smell the orange better than the vanilla. Get it mixed in real good so it all smells good. We will show you how it reacts in the water as well tomorrow. Let them dry out overnight. But it'll be a few minutes for you. It'll be tomorrow for us. This time, I'm only going to do it like twice instead of 3 or 4 times.
That looks better.
Yeah. It doesn't look like scrambled eggs this time, guys, or Play-Doh. See? More like wet sand. I think we're doing, but it seemed like it was going to be too dry, and we wanted to make sure it was stuck together. It's stuck together all right. Turned into Play-Doh. All right. Tell you, it really takes very little water to get to the wet sand consistency. All right. Let's see if we can do this without getting it all over the table this time. It was sticking to me and everything, and making it so that I was losing some of it. Hopefully this time it'll fill up better. There's that side. I gotta press it down more, but I just want to make sure I have enough to go in both sides. Yeah, before I mount up the middle. The other one was like swelling and things when it pushing, I don't know, it was probably foaming inside or something. See, this is going to fill it up a lot better than the other one, and same measurements, but the other one was just too wet.
The other one went too doughy.
Yep, it turned into dough. I wouldn't eat it, but
Might you like
I love dough, yeah. That's tempting. When I was a little kid, I made homemade Play-Doh. I ate it. I also made salt dough. I don't know if you know what salt dough is. Like you bake it and turn it into a hard thing. I ate it.
Christmas ornaments. And
I ate the dough. It was so salty, and I ate it anyways because I like dough.
no wonder you have high blood pressure.
Yeah, no wonder. That should tell you something right there. Oh, guys, we lost some on the table, and I think we still have more than enough. I have it all over my table right here. Make a little Barbie bomb on this side. Probably could. Maybe we should roll that one in it. Here, let's try we'll just roll the dough one through it. How about that? That'll be our eraser. We'll erase all the mess with our Play-Doh bomb. If we make
It
a
works
mess.
almost as well as a lint roller.
Don't make fun of me. I've made a mess.
Wait, it's worse than a lint roller. It leaves it behind.
Yeah, no doubt. Guys, I'm sorry I messed it up the first time. I hope this one turns out right. Alright.
It's not a
We're
Mr.
just gonna-
Clean.
It's 2. Be good. Be nice to your mother.
Hey,
He's making fun of me, you guys.
let's see if it reacts in water. We've got water sitting here.
Not yet. Not yet. You'll ruin the water that we went to use for the next bath bomb.
If we make another one before the end of the video.
Well, I thought we might make just one more. It says to, leave it in there 3 to 5 minutes, but then it also says an hour, so I'm very confused as to how long it really needs to be in there. Did it hold together? That's the question. I'm probably unmolding it too soon in the interest of video footage. Okay guys, that I think may be closer to what we were really shooting for the first time. I'm going to sit it over here and let it dry. See, here it is, so you can see it. We're going to lay it on this clean plastic. Try to let it dry and not handle it because it's going to fall apart if we do. Just let it dry out. Maybe I should press it together some more with the plastic thing.
With no plastic wrap in it, great.
Well, maybe not, because trying to put it back in, it's gonna...
It's expanding.
Yeah, it's like expanding. So we're just gonna leave it like, sit there and hope it stays together. All right, last bowl. Geraniums really don't smell that good.
Germanium.
Germaniums. Germaniums. I think that we're going to run out of the coconut oil before we run out of other supplies. Not that big of a fan of it because of that. You know what? This smells really good. I'm not sure if it smells like... You sure that said geranium, or did it say gardenia?
Geranium.
Really?
Geranium.
I don't think it smells like geraniums. I always thought that geraniums don't smell very nice. And this smells good, actually. Oh, guys, let's see what happens when we crush it together. I mean, push it together. Alright, well, we're done with the water, and while I'm holding this one for this minute or two, let's see what happens. Look at the Play-Doh. Come on. It's smooshed. It won't even hold its shape. Let's see what happens when we put it in the water. Don't get this near the water, though. Let's get that out of the way, because that one may turn out alright. We have enough to make our little Barbie bath bomb almost. Alright. Oh, wait, let's use the magic eraser to clean up some of this bath bomb mess. Check out this. I mean, it is literally like Play-Doh. Look, I can like roll it and shape it. You think I put too much water in it? All right, well, we're going to put it in here and just see what it does, just for the giggles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, it actually is kind of reacting a little bit. Can you see it? Not very much, but I mean it's fizzing like soda or something. Well, I mean, no, it's fizzing up more. Don't stir it. Hey, careful. Watch. Look, guys, can you see it fizzing? So I mean, the kit works. You just gotta not put too much water in it, huh?
That one's almost solid already.
But I still have a lot of it left. Look at it.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's foaming and fizzing.
It's melty ice cream.
It's melting. It's melting. Listen. I don't know if you can hear it fizzing. Sounds like soda. Hold it up a little higher. You can... Yeah, I mean, it does work if you don't put too much water. I put too much water in it. Because I've never done it. I mean, it's still working. It's just like cookie dough or something in there. It's like...
I'd be afraid it gets stuck between my toes.
It's really gross. I mean, it feels kind of gross, guys. I mean, the water feels fine. I mean, I have so much coconut oil on my hands.
Snot face.
Yeah. It's a little, my hand's a little greasy from all the coconut oil. All right, I've definitely had this in here for close to 5 minutes. So we're going to see what this last bath bomb looks like. And then we will show it, you know, tomorrow, a nice dried out one. We will show it to you in the water. All right, guys, if I don't drop it, There's the pink one. Here's the orange one. So they did work, and those are hard. They're not like cookie dough.
Squeeze
Play-Doh.
Squeeze it now.
Ew, it's all squishy. Yeah, I messed up on that one.
It's gum paste.
Gum paste. It's something. All right, guys. Well, when you see us again, we will be trying one of these two bath bombs in water to show you how they work. And
we don't know which one yet.
yeah, not sure which one. And we're going to clean up this mess and make you another video in just a moment. Alright, you guys, so I have the bath bombs that John and I made from the bath bomb kit. And let's see how they react in water. Here's the vanilla one, and this is the, what was it called? Geranium, I believe. Let's do one at a time. Let's do the vanilla one first. How does it go? Oh, it's pretty active little bomb, actually. And you can see all the flowers coming out of it. Ew, I hate having that in the bath water because it makes me feel like, you know, like there's some dirt in the water. Like when I was a little kid and I had a little swimming pool, you know, the little kiddie swimming pools, and you'd get in and grass clippings would be all over your feet, and then it would be all in the bath, in the water in the swimming pool. Yeah, that's what it makes me think of, I think. Anyways, there's that one. Let's drop in this one and see how it goes. I'm sure it's going to be about the same. Look at them go, guys. So, I think for the little kid, yeah, I think that it's a pretty neat experience to make your own bath bombs. I think I put too much of the flower pieces in there, you know, because I'm kind of wigged out, but you know, that you were supposed to do that, put those in there. So usually I would put that in an organza bag to catch all those pieces, but then you couldn't really see the bath bomb work. That other little one's still going. So they don't last real long because they're not very big, but they're pretty active, and the water actually feels pretty greasy. I don't know if you can see it on my hands. I'm not a fan of that. But for your first time making bath bombs, it's pretty neat. Yeah, I think it was worth the money. I would recommend the kit. It just, I don't like the greasiness of the coconut oil, but I'm sure that's good for your skin. I'm just not crazy about the feel of it on my hands because of my OCD. I can't stand things on my hands, and that's really greasy. It feels like I've put my hand in Crisco oil, or not Crisco oil, but like Crisco shortening, you know, melted Crisco shortening to me. That's what it feels like. But and I don't really smell, I don't think I put enough of the fragrance in. It's not really smelling a lot, but the bath bombs do work, and it was fun. It was a fun activity, and makes me now want to learn how to make bath bombs myself without a kit. So, and I may look into that. And actually, the water feels good on my legs, which I'm not going to show you. But it's just my hands, because I cannot stand that feel of that on my hands. So, anywho, guys, that's how they worked in the water. And I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you think if you tried a kit like this. Do you make bath bombs from scratch? If so, do you mind sharing a recipe maybe? And just stop by and say hi. And please subscribe to my channel and share my videos with others so maybe they might subscribe as well. You never know. They might not mind listening to me babble. And speaking of babbling, thank you for watching and listening to me babble. And I'll see you again soon in another video. And look, this is going to be a pain in the butt to clean off my... It's going to leave a ring on my tub. Anyway, maybe I used too much of the coconut oil. And maybe putting 2 bombs in the water at once was just a little too much. So maybe that's not a good idea because I have twice the coconut oil. So anyways, see you soon. Bye-bye.